Hey you guys, so we're back with another cruise tip video, and this time is for you, as in the returning cruisers. So recently we went on the Carnival Liberty, and babe,
Yes.
do you want to take it away?
Not really.
Okay, so he does not. So I will take it away. So recently we went on the Carnival Liberty, and we noticed,
a lot of changes.
Yes, a lot of changes has happened pre-COVID versus now post-COVID, even though technically we're not post-COVID. But anyway,
we're still in there.
Yes. And so we just want to make our returning Carnival cruisers aware of the changes that has happened, just so your cruise can go a lot more seamlessly. And so, Carl, go ahead. Take it away with the first tip, baby.
First tip, the safety briefing. Now it's on the Carnival app. So you get to watch the video about when how to properly wear your life vest and where it's located. It's on the app. It's fairly quick. I think it's like less than 3 minutes.
Yes.
It's less than 3 minutes. When you check in, they guide you to your muster station first before you do anything. They tell you, go up to your muster station. That was relatively quick. I know our past cruisers, I know you know how it felt when we had to do the muster drill. Whether you on a Lido deck, you were in the lobby, or in the theater room, crowded with a bunch of people, and they had to go through all that, the life vest and blow the whistle and waiting for everybody to show up. So it's fairly quick now. So you don't have to do all that waiting time. Our muster station was probably, I don't know, like a minute. We came in and we gone just that fast.
It'd probably be faster than how long it took for Carl to explain that. But anyway. But anyway, yes. And so because you are a returning member, they will already see your different card color. Because if you're a returning card member, we're referring to our very important fun persons that are either red cards.
Red and up.
No, we're going to list them out. So red, gold. Do you know the next one?
It's like platinum.
And what's the next one after that?
Diamond.
Ooh, look at him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why you trying me?
Okay.
You're still a blue member.
Okay.
You're a retaining blue member. Let's go.
Anyway, so they would see the color of your card, already know that you know the drill. So literally all you have to do is check in with them so they can basically check off your name, and then you start your fun. But like Carl said, make sure you watch your safety briefing video, because they will not sell away until everybody has done it. And it will
come looking for you.
Yes. And it is located on the Carnival Hub app.
So now they're more leaning on the technology side. So if you don't do it, they know who didn't do it or not. So they will come find you.
Big Brother's always watching.
Somebody's watching you. Moving on, pre-COVID, when we used to check in, they had a bottle of water and the pens waiting for you in your stateroom. That has changed. They don't have it in the room waiting for you. So if you don't know, you have to go get it yourself.
And so where you would get it is your 1 liter bottles of water. You would get it from any bar. Okay. And your Carnival sailing pins, you would get it from the photo shop area. And so Pixels is obviously what Carnival calls it. So you'll pick it up at any Pixels counter, and then you'll be able to get your pin. So just be sure that you are taking advantage of all your free offerings or your rewards offerings that Carnival does give, is because you are a returning customer, and so you should be rewarded for it. And it's important that you definitely get all the perks that basically you are allotted for your particular award member section. And what I also want to add is currently it's going to change. So this is very briefly, but up until June 30th of 2022, certain things are going to be taken away, or I guess taken away is probably not the best statement, but certain things will change temporarily for the diamond and platinum members. And so what I mean is y'all generally have, because we're gold members, but y'all generally have basically like a private party that is basically all inclusive when it comes to drinks. Because Carnival is being understaffed, what will happen is that will go away, and instead they will give you a $50 on board cruise credit. But like I said, this is supposed to come back June 30th. So if you're watching this after June 30th, you don't even have to worry about it. But if you're watching this prior to June 30th, just know I think the only cruise ship on Carnival that still allows all of that good stuff is the Mardi Gras, because they specifically made sure that they were fully staffed for that ship.
Yes. I mean, it is their staple ship now. This next one, the Fun Times, they do not print those out anymore, and I'm indifferent about that. I like having a paper where I can make a little note on everything that I like, but with the phone, you can actually heart it, and it'll remind you, when that show that you favorite or that you're interested in going to, when it's coming up. So I'm indifferent. I like the paper, but the on the app it's a whole lot smoother.
And so Carl did mention that just because they have not printed out the Fun Times, it is on the app, and you can still check it off like you used to do with paper and pencil, but instead you're just tapping on it and checking it off. And the cool thing about it being on the app is it will basically remind you, because that's one thing obviously paper did not do. Like 15 minutes prior or an hour prior, it will pop up on your phone like, hey, FYI, you said that you wanted to attend this activity, so this activity is starting in X amount of time. And so there are pros and cons with it. Like Carl said, I like the paper version too, but I actually do enjoy some of the pros of it being on the phone or on the app because of the notification. It basically kept me on time, because we all know when you're vacationing on the cruise,
She's never on time.
What's time?
Yeah.
What is time?
Yeah. It's irrelevant to her. Yeah, so there's a lot of places on the ship that there are some places on the ship that requires a reservation. You want to go over that?
Yes. And so if you decide to do your time dining, then prior to you actually walking into the dining room, you need to make sure that you reserve. So as soon as you're heading out of your stateroom, just click on it. On the Carnival Liberty, most of the time it was ready within 10 minutes, but other ships it might be longer. And so if it is longer, typically they will tell you the time that you should arrive, but just make sure that you do that, because they will not seat you until you actually reserve on the app. Also, there'll be certain specialty activities like that are in smaller settings that you'll have to reserve for as well, like certain designer jewelry sales you'll have to reserve for, or if you do have little ones on boards, and by little ones I mean currently ages 5 through 17, since they're not allowing 2 through 4-year-olds to be in these youth programs. You will have to basically reserve your time on these youth program slots. So basically your child has, a space to be in there. And so just keep in mind with that. That's obviously very different from prior of the pandemic, where you could just basically walk in wherever you want. But now there are reservations that are required for certain activities and programs.
Okay, yeah, just piggyback to what my wife was saying about the your time dining.
Mm-hmm.
On the app you can reserve it, but you can also share it with somebody else. Let's say you had other families that's on the ship. You can share it with them to say, hey, we're going to eat at this time. So if you want to join us, you can come. You can make your reservation and join us, and they'll have a table ready for us. Or if you met some friends on the ship, you probably could share that too. So it's a nice added feature.
All right. The next one is basically now things are paper free. Or not everything, but many things. So, obviously they try to remove the amount of touch as possible because of COVID and any other respiratory illness. And we all know how cruise ships are. But basically, so you'll be using your phone a lot to access certain things. So you'll be using the QR reader app to scan in the menus in your dining room, or to basically use the QR or use the QR code for nothing else.
for like room
Oh
service.
yeah, to
Yeah,
scan the menu for room service as well,
yeah.
which the QR code will be located in your
It's in your stateroom, somewhere near the mirror,
near the vanity
yeah, the
section.
vanity section. So it populate everything that's on the menu. So
Yeah. And so you can request an actual menu, but they trying to reduce the amount of touch points as much as possible. So just to keep all of us safe, I know it might be a pain for you guys, and some of y'all want to touch the menu, but never fear, it's already loaded on the app. You just got to scan the QR code. Be sure you subscribe.
like and smash the notification bell. All right. So the on embarkation day, I know some people look forward to that so they can take a nice picture that goes on the ship cards. I really don't care for all that. Um, but now your passport picture is attached to your ship card, so when so you don't have to do pictures anymore.
Yeah, so basically, when you're boarding or prior to boarding, when you're checking in, literally like at the terminal, what they'll do is obviously, attain your passport or your ID or whatever you use as a photo ID. And once they scan it in or swipe it in, basically that picture from that photo ID will automatically be transferred to your sell and sign card. So no more taking, mug shots or pictures or glam shots, whatever to your liking. Carl, it's a mug shot. Jillian with me, it's a glam shot. So, whatever your flavor is. But no more of that. So it's whatever photo that you took from your photo ID.
Yes. This next one, all your documents, right? So when you're going on a cruise, you have your passport. If you don't have a passport, you have your identification card and your birth certificate. You have all that. Now post COVID, Carnival has this thing that's
App.
called this app that's called Verify, and in that app you can upload all your documents in there: your passport, your COVID card, your COVID results, whether it's the antigen or the PCR. You can upload the results on there.
And your health survey is also on there too.
Yes.
Like your attestation form to basically state that, you haven't been sick and da 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 da.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all of that can be uploaded on the Verify app, and it just makes the embarkation process a lot smoother because we just got off cruising on Carnival Liberty, and our embarkation process was literally less than 10 minutes. It was smooth, the smoothest I've ever been. I know with the pre-COVID, the line used to be so long, like stretching all the way outside by the parking lot. Now it's like, it's no.
Yep, and I agree. You'll be happy. The workers will be happy. Everybody will be happy because you use Verify. So if you are selling or returning to sell on a Carnival cruise ship, make sure you just upload all your documents on Verify. Another good thing about Verify as well is it will let you know basically which time frame you're able to upload your COVID test results. So like, for example, if you're fully vaxxed but not booster, you will have to basically take a COVID test 2 days prior to selling. But if you're fully vaxxed and up to date on your booster shots, it'll be 3 days prior to selling. But your Verify app will either allow you to upload it if it's within that time frame or not allow you to upload it. So it's like another check box because during these times it is a lot of information and it varies versus if you're vaccinated or not. And so definitely do that. Like I said, it just make things happy for us, easier for us, and we also didn't have to show our test results or our vaccination cards because they were already uploaded on the app. But obviously, just because we didn't have to do it, like Carl said about him
Still
being
burned
old
it.
school, Well, maybe I'm calling
You
old.
still bring it. I didn't say I was old school, but somebody likes to put extra ages on me. So still bring it. Because you don't know what something could have happened on their system, and they can't pull up the information. So if you have the hard copies with you, that's good.
Yeah, and I agree. Definitely bring all your documents as backup because you don't want to be the one to be prevented from sailing just because you didn't have. That never happened to me. I don't know why he's pointing at me. It's happened to our son. That's why he's pointing at me. But our son.
That's a different story.
Yeah, our son was 6 months, so totally different story. But anyway, the last thing is luggage tags. Oh my goodness. This confused the living daylights out of me. Like, out of me. I probably will insert a little segment of me roaming around confused. So, Carnival no longer has your room steward deliver your personal luggage tag. So, instead, what they do is you have to go to the deck where generally is near the coffee shop on the Liberty, but they'll tell you which deck to go to, and basically you will go to a kiosk, and by kiosk is just literally a station of shelving units with nothing but luggage tags hanging. Like I said, you'll see the video, and basically you would choose whatever luggage tag
whatever zone you want.
Yeah, and luggage zone that you want. Now, this is first come, first serve, all right? So, if that zone is already swiped up, it's like
it's done.
Okay? So, a lot of people really didn't know about it until last minute, and so I definitely want to urge you guys to not be late on this. Like, as soon as they mention this, which is normally the day before disembarkation day, you want to make sure that you have your luggage tags good to go if you're using their pickup service. Obviously, if you're doing self carry out, then this rule won't apply to you, and you will just will out your luggage as usual.
So if you're one of those people that booked an early flight back, you might want to be at the kiosk as soon they release it, so you can have one early zone like zone 1 or 2 or whatever, however they have it, to get off the ship early with all your luggage in hand.
Or else you will basically, like he said, else you will basically have to
wait with us.
Self carry out your luggage. So, and that's no fun for nobody, especially if you're like me and you like to bring 1,000 luggage for just a 5-day cruise.
Yeah, so that is our comparison between
pre-COVID and post-COVID. And if you found any other tips along the way, please make sure you share in the comment section. Be sure you subscribe,
like, and smash the notification.
And also make sure you share the video if you know of any other returning cruisers that hasn't cruised yet post-COVID but will. So they are aware of the changes that are happening on Carnival Cruise Lines. All right, you guys. So we appreciate you for watching. Thank you, and say la vie.